dashing through the snow in one horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, prancing all the way. Some bobtails ring, make your spirits bright. The fun it is to as they start to die. Oh shit! Jingle bells, jingle balls, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle, jingle all the way.
JP smells, JP fills. Something, something, something. Hey.
Oh, jingle balls, jingle balls, jingle all the way.
JP smells, David fell. And we all just went away.
Hey, sing any word that you friggin' want. This is just a silly show, and this is what we got.
Take it, Dave.
Merry Christmas, and welcome to Strang Theory, the non-Wednesday
Special family-friendly Christmas edition.
And this edition of the Christmas String Theory is brought to us by Ginger's free-range organic shortbread cookies.
They're sugar cookies.
I'm
actually.
enjoying one right now.
We're enjoying one
Oh, good.
right now. It's very
Cookie.
Cookie.
They don't look so pretty, but they're tasty.
It's very good, very good.
I feel good.
So, here we are, boys and girls. Whole
Happy
damn crew.
holidays.
We got Chris Coote in the house. We got Dave Gunning in the house. We got Ginger in the house.
Yeah.
We got Steve. We got Sue. We got Jill.
And
we got Jack. We got cookies.
We got cookies.
It's
And
Christmas
bubblies.
time. And we missed the show. So we're doing this, and here it is.
Special show Saturday
Yep.
night.
It's going to be wicked. We're going to have fun. We're going to take questions. We're going to ask questions. We're going to play music.
And then we're all going for a bubble bath afterwards.
Yes. We're going to fill up a neighbor's, we're going to put dish soap in a neighbor's jacuzzi without telling him.
Yeah.
And turn on the thing. Yeah.
Actually, we're going to run down to the end of Dave's dock and jump in.
Yeah. Coated in soap.
Why soap?
Bubble bath. He said a bubble bath.
Bubble bath. Get with the plan, Ginger.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you have fun with us tonight, you want to send us a little do-re-mi, feel free to do so. You can send an internet transfer to jpcormier38@gmail.com or to paypal.me/jpcormier music.
At gc.ca.gov.
Yes.
.gov.
Or not.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you can also visit www.pissoff.com.
How about our sponsors?
Our sponsors, as always, are Boucher Guitars,
Yeah.
Levy's Leather Straps, G&G Music. Make sure you support these stores right now. A lot of the big stores don't have stock, but the little ones do.
I bet Glenn has got
Yes.
lots of stock ready to go.
So Glenn, G&G Music, Fantasy Music in Halifax, our buddy
Steve
Steve
McNeil.
McNeil, he's got a lot of wicked stuff in there right now. Opry Music Store up in Miramichi, New Brunswick.
Yeah.
K&K Sound, Gallagher Guitars, Recording King Guitars, Alvarez Jerry, St. Louis Music. Thanks to Chris Meikle. Yamaha Music Canada. Oh, that's the Capo Corner. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a nice Capo Corner about Yamaha.
Welcome to the show.
James Martin Instruments in Ireland, Joshua House Guitars, Goderich, Ontario. Our friends at Close, world's best carbon fiber instruments. Cody Guitars right here, built
Enfield.
right here in Enfield. Orangewood Guitars, which I'm going to be finishing that review, which was the double-sided A/B test out of the box, and then after a week with the tone, right?
tone right.
And it worked. Audio Sprockets, D'Addario, the Arc, my buddy, he's got 20.
Dakota.
He called me today, said he had 27 orders and they're coming in every day.
Holy
That's
cow.
So
Congrats, Dakota, that's awesome.
he's
That's
overloaded
great, man.
right now. So thanks
Hey,
everybody
great
for
thing
helping
you
him.
did starting that.
Yep.
And Apollo Picks, my buddy Nick Bonin, and Tone Right, our buddies. They're helping me.
Get
They're
your tone right.
They're
Get your tone right.
they're demonstrating the veracity of their claims concerning vibrating the top of lesser instruments, perhaps. Than,
Breaking in fine guitars.
yes, removing lignin without torrefaction. And,
60 hertz at a time.
60 hertz at a time, and cycle
Feels
after
so good.
cycle after cycle, you sound better and better. I'm getting stronger. each
Somewhat
day.
deeper.
Yes,
deeper.
perhaps.
Do I have to be on this show?
Just don't make eye contact.
So
It's Dopey the Elf.
What with you guys?
yeah. Dopey the Elf. So Capo Corner. We got two things for Capo Corner, and we only have the one. Well, there's two. We have two. There's two.
Capo.
So Capo Corner. The first thing we want to do is welcome back one of our very close friends, the mayor of our road here, Churchy. Is back home recuperating from a procedure he just had, and we love you, and we can't wait for you to be back here in the studio with us.
Can't wait to see it.
And you mean a lot to us. You're a great friend and a great man.
He's the mayor.
He is the mayor of the road,
Yeah.
and so we want to know you. We love you, and we'll see you over Christmas for sure.
Yep.
And then the next thing, this is exciting. How exciting is it? This is really exciting.
You look different tonight.
Is it the antlers?
I can't place it.
Is it the red bulbous nose protruding like from my sternum like an alien in a Ridley Scott film?
I don't know. There's something tonight. You just look different. Anyway, continue. Anyways, go on.
Exciting times.
Yep.
First day of the new lips. This is exciting. So my buddy Terry Hume, Yamaha Music Canada, has procured two of the new Sunburst cutaway models of the LSTA guitars.
Beautiful.
The Transacoustics.
Yeah.
Tell me one's coming this way.
They're both coming here. And I'm going to review them both, and one's staying. So that's going to be interesting. I've never owned one. I have fought it. But the more I think about it, it's like that, to have an instrument that you can sit in a room and turn the effects on, that could give you a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I told Terry, I've told Terry everybody many times, I always thought that Yamaha picked some of the best guitars they've made to put that system in, and I was always a little disappointed. I was like, damn, why didn't they just make this a regular guitar? It's so good, right? But I'm starting to see the wisdom of the onboard effects. And I what I've seen of those guitars and played them in stores, they're really impressive. Like the effects on it, for me, would never play it live, right? I don't think. I mean,
But it's an idea machine.
But it's an idea machine.
Yeah.
That's the concept I'm going for. The same way as talking about the little AC, the little Yamaha desktop we had here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And again, it's not something you would use live, or it's something to plug into, and you get a different perspective on your instrument. And strangely enough, we've had that conversation too, where I talked about. Years ago when I first started working with Yamaha, they gave me. Well, actually, no, they didn't give me. I bought it because it was so cool. It was called an AC Stomp Box.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just a little acoustic effects box about this big. And I never used that kind of thing on stage, but it stayed in my studio and it ended up on records. It's on my Christmas record. It's on because it had such great effects in it that it gave me ideas for parts. And that's how it got on the records, right? I think the Transacoustics are the same concept, except it's all in one package. So I'm really excited to get them in. I'm just dying. Can't wait to see those things.
I'd be interested to see if we could hear the difference between the two of them.
You probably could. One's a Dreadnought, one's an OM.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
one
there will be a
one
difference.
will be an LL and one will be an LS.
Okay.
Type body, right? And of course, Yamaha's LS body is the
shizzle.
bee's knees, right?
The shizzle for you.
Yeah, they make one of the best small body guitars. It's just like Robin. That craftsmanship is across the board with any great luthier can make a small body almost better than his Dreadnought, right? And Boucher's like that. Collings, Yamaha, Yeri,
Look at what they did with Dave.
and Furk. Is so
Cookie?
yeah.
Yep. How you doing, Dave?
So with that,
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
let's take some Christians, and we're so glad you're here with us, and we're just happy you're here. This is a great. We've been talking about this for days, waiting to do this. When we figured out we were going to do it, it's like this is perfect. Like, and it means a lot to us that you're here with us. You're here with us every week.
I think a lot of our string theory family are out there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the regulars.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
So yeah, let's have some Kirstens, and then maybe we'll play something. We're gonna play some music tonight, so
Some Kirstens?
some Kirstens.
Alrighty.
Who's the first Kirsten go to tonight? Ginger, the lovely Ginger,
Okay.
light of my existence.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but true.
This is a super chat from Stephen Baker.
Stephen Baker,
the tub.
in the tub with his
the
rose
tub with his
petals
rose
and his
petals.
laptop.
Rub a dub dub, Stephen.
Rub a dub
Baker.
dub. Don't want to know what you're doing with all that lotion.
Oh.
Okay.
He wants to know if Chris's pajamas have a trapdoor.
They do. They do. Oh, they don't. No. I was wondering about that myself.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, they don't.
Sue,
apparently.
Sue found these for me today. They're in the Pictou County tartan.
Yeah.
It's a Dave Gunning special.
That's right.
Antlers included.
And
Yes.
I am the
Llama.
Sherpa Local 872.
Is that a llama or is that a alpaca?
That's a llama. Yeah, and he's got his clown nose on top of his snout.
Yeah.
Hence his nostrils are showing.
Right.
What am I even talking about?
Who knows?
Oh, jingle bells, jingle. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
We have a super chat from David Belcher.
David Belcher. Yeah, I know that name.
Yes. He just says, Merry Christmas, lads, from a cold and rainy Oregon.
Oh.
Right on.
Merry
Right.
Christmas from a cold and rainy,
rainy
Nova
Halifax.
Scotia.
No, warm and rainy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
That's not that
13
warm.
Celsius here all night.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's still cold.
Well, cold for you because you're weak.
No,
Oh,
then-
easy, George and Wheezy.
George and Wheezy. Okay, next.
Super chat from Joe McGraw.
Joe McGraw back
Joe.
again.
It's for Dave.
Sweet.
Oh.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a joke about that where there was a chicken and an egg in bed, and
Yeah.
and the chicken was smoking
Cigarette.
after they had sex,
Yeah.
and they said, "Well, I guess that answers that question."
So there's your answer.
There you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Oh dear.
Whew, it's getting hot in here.
Let's keep it PG.
We got a super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian Rossiter, buddy.
He says he challenged his friends to learn fiddle using master music method. How about a few bowing tips?
Grab the stick like this and go really fast. Next.
This
PG.
is not,
It's a PG show here.
not super helpful.
No. Maybe a little more detail.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
some
okay.
actual bowing tips would be helpful.
Well, that's a good time to just play a goddamn tune.
Yeah, fiddle
And
tune.
you can watch the bowing technique. So bowing's the hardest part of fiddling. So it's mainly to do with the grip. So if you don't have the proper grip on the stick, you can't manipulate the bow.
How
So
do
it's-
you grip your stick?
Well, it's actually a classical grip, but I mutated into this Cape Breton grip where the thumb goes further under the hair, and I end up holding the bow like that. I'm not touching it with any fingers except that one finger. And what you're seeing is me doing this. I'm bearing down with the index and pushing down with the thumb. And that creates, see the bow moving up. If that bow was here, it would be applying pressure to the bow, right? So that's what I'm doing. The stick's coming across the meat of the index finger, the thumb is in the hair, and that's how it's done. So if I want stability, I put the other fingers down if I'm playing long notes, and it turns into a classical grip. And most fiddlers I've seen usually have their thumb under the hair. But this is the most important part of playing the fiddle, because you can't really do anything if your bow is bound up. Yeah.
Yeah, and
If
then
your
I'll switch back. Yeah.
If your bow is bound up
Thanks, Will.
by the lack of control of angle of attack and bow speed and all these things, then you just can't make any headway. But this is described in great detail on Master Music Method, because it is one of the most important things about playing the fiddle. So I gotta take these lights off because they're in my way. Oh, I took my antlers off too. Falling apart here, Vice. Oh, they're dead anyway. Coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the ON OFF switch?
That one.
And for anybody who's playing along, don't freak out because I have the fiddle tuned down a half a tone because I like the sound of it down there. It just so happens that Dave usually tunes his guitar a half a step low as well for pitch purposes when he's singing certain songs, especially with me. boy Davey.
Got some of them.
Fiddly-dee potatoes.
Here, take the seat back.
Fiddly-dee potatoes, boy. Good stuff, Davey. I love playing fiddle with Dave.
Oh.
Man.
So
There's something about Dave's rhythm that just makes me want to play all night long.
You're very forgiving. I haven't played tunes much in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we should do more of that.
Yeah, I was thinking, geez, I don't think we've done this.
We've played those tunes, but like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all.
Probably
that's
at Christmas
anticipation
time.
on his part, though.
Yeah, but he's so
You're,
quick.
You're so good at anticipating.
He's one of
what's
those.
coming.
He's one of those guys that only has to hear the change once. He misses it once, and he got it the rest of the time.
Right.
Yes,
It's true.
Some
huh?
of the times that I don't get it, I wish I was half as good as these guys think I am. I'd be all set.
So I didn't see your fingers go down on the bottom at all. It was just that
Very
that
seldom.
pivot, like you said.
Very seldom.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like on the when the big sweeps, ring, jing, whang, one of those, I
Yeah.
put it down there because I got to have a lot of control on the stick, right?
Right.
Other than that, the less touching that stick, the better, right? It's all about control and using that much bow. You don't. If you watched me play that, I probably used about that much bow. The more bow you use, the clumsier you get, and that means you haven't got enough pressure. Because the more pressure, the more note you get for less bow. If you take the pressure off, you have to increase the bow speed to get the same volume.
Right.
It sounds like
tone.
there's an extra coat of paint on your notes. Like sometimes fiddles can sound thin.
Yes.
No, but yours sounds thick.
Yeah,
Like the,
and it's just in the hands. Because I can, you can see, when I first started playing, it was thin.
yeah.
And as time went on, in about 10 years, I started to not be afraid of it.
It always sounds good on a mic in the studio. I know that.
Yeah.
See, that's the key is not being afraid of it. Fiddles are scary, right? Every single thing you do can be wrong. Intonation can be wrong. Note can be wrong. And plus, you're trying to remember the tune, and all this stuff is going on simultaneously. Nothing's being the instrument's not giving you any information.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a very naked
Yes.
instrument
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're not fully committed
Yeah.
to blow through every mistake and if you make a bad one, do it twice.
Right.
Like if you're not there, you're not playing the fiddle.
Right.
You got to be prepared for every eventuality.
It's a bit of a high wire act.
Exactly, it is, and it's the most rewarding one.
I came to see the.
I came to see the high diving act, boy, and I'm gonna see the high diving act.
Boy.
See that face? Next.
We've got a question, sort of comment from Jeff Galland for Dave.
Monsieur Galland.
Monsieur Galland.
Yeah, I think the world needs to hear "I Like Bananas."
Oh yeah. I think
Thanks,
we
Jeff.
should just go ahead and play it right now
Yeah.
because it's Christmas
Yeah.
and like
You calling up some words for that puppy, are you?
no, I'm gonna hear we're gonna hear the original studio recording.
Well, we could hear it live.
Oh, I've never done it live. I like bananas. I like bananas. Do you like bananas? I like bananas. You like bananas too. I like bananas. Do you like bananas? I like bananas. You like bananas too. Bananas. Bananas in the morning. Bananas. Bananas in the evening. Bananas. Bananas all the time. I like bananas. Do you like bananas?
It's a hit, guys.
Bananas. Do you like bananas too? I like bananas. Do you like bananas? I like bananas. You like bananas too? Bananas. I like bananas. Bananas. I like bananas. Bananas.
Okay.
Bananas are good. I like bananas. I like bananas. I like bananas. You like bananas. Here comes the last chorus. Bananas. 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 Bananas.
Oh yeah.
I like bananas. Bananas.
Well, bring it home.
Bananas all the time. I like bananas. I like bananas. 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 Do you like bananas too?
Well, there's 3 minutes of our lives we're never getting back.
It's actually about a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It just felt
Seemed like-
it just felt like 3 minutes.
I was impressed by the intricacies of the lyric.
Well, you know, it took me a long time to write that one.
The thing that blows me away about that recording is when he wrote it for his little boy.
I was
Right?
trying to get him to eat bananas.
And he wouldn't
and
eat
it
bananas.
works. He likes
He
bananas.
likes bananas now. But
Yeah.
when Dave, I was on the road when he sent that to me on the phone, and I didn't know it was him,
That doesn't
and
sound
I
like
still didn't believe it. I called him up and said, "That's not you." He said, "Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
me." I was like, "No, it doesn't sound anything like you." And then he did the voice on the phone. I was like, "Oh my god!"
You're a true,
now it's my
you're a
favorite
true
song.
storyteller there, Dave.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
the
is
next Lightfoot,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. There you go, boy.
Gordon Proudfoot.
Gordon Brown, Gordon,
The
Gordon
the-
Shitfoot.
The winner of one more Canadian Folk Music Award than me.
Yeah.
Writes fucking songs about bananas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. I'm going to write one next week about turnips.
I like turnips. You like turnips?
Yeah, it'll be in a minor key.
Yes.
Just so it'll be moody.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just voice
I
over the
like
word bananas.
turnips. I like turnips.
Oh, wow.
It'll be like a Roger Whittaker kind of thing.
Alrighty.
All right.
Something to look forward to, I guess.
Well,
Next.
thanks, Jeff, for starting all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're cut off,
He's
Jeff.
down that rabbit hole.
All right.
We have a super chat from Isidore.
Okay, Isidore, yes.
The first string on a new to me nylon string is much more quiet than the other 5 when picked. Might it be the nut?
Yes, it could well be. Or it could be a faulty string. So change the strings. That's the first thing you should do to any guitar when you get it, because usually
They're crap.
they're crap. They're crap. Use your head, man.
Yeah. Change
Yeah.
the strings.
Change the string. They're crap. And but
They're not thick as a McGregor.
that's right. But you get two possibilities, right? You buy a guitar privately. They're not usually going to put strings on it, right? Unless they want to sell it. They're trying to sell it, and the guy's on the fence. Usually, people buy a guitar, they want it, so just leave. Strings are good enough to good enough, right?
Yeah, just put a fishing line on the
Yeah,
high E string.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
20-pound death.
the other option is you've bought it brand new and it's factory crap on the guitar, right? So you got to get those off and put brand new strings of your brand on. And then if you still have a problem, then
Nut.
the groove in the nut
saddle.
could be too tight,
Saddle is not even on the bottom, not
and
getting
it's not
pressure.
exactly. There
on
could
the- on
there could
the-
be an air pocket under the saddle in the bridge
Not enough
slot.
down pressure there.
Not enough down pressure because there's hardly any
winning.
down pressure on gut strings anyway.
Right.
Like nearly none.
Yeah.
So usually, actually, the bridges are glued in on those guitars for that reason,
Yeah.
to keep the down pressure, right?
Yeah.
Because the strings don't exert anything. There's nothing on them.
Yeah.
So
Strings, check your nuts, and check your slot.
yes, and your nuts and your slot.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
Bananas. I like bananas. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Next.
We have a super chat from Joe McGraw.
Hey, Joe.
Joe
Another
McGraw.
one for
Quick draw
Dave.
McGraw.
Another one for Dave.
Referencing the tune he played on the guitar there, not the banana song. What tuning did you use just then? What tuning do you like the most?
Dadgad is what I was using there, but sometimes I use Open G.
Use a little fag back too.
Yeah.
Dad fag. And
Yeah.
Piss bitch occasionally.
Yeah. So
bad bag.
Dad-
Bad bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sometimes he doesn't tune at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just tunes them all to arbitrary notes.
that's right. Yeah.
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 We call that gack.
Yeah.
Gack.
No, Dadgad is what I was using there, but sometimes Open G I use a lot too. So.
When you're playing with me, is it open G or D?
Mostly Open G when I'm
Right.
playing with you, but we use a lot of Dadgad too, like
Yeah.
certain songs like Broom or things like that.
I hardly ever see you tune.
It's because I'm dazzling you with a stupid story
Oh, okay.
about bananas or something, or chickens.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll try to dazzle people with the chicken stories so that they don't notice me tuning.
Yeah.
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 I guess it works. Thanks for not noticing.
Next.
We have a super chat from Francis McGinnis, but I don't see a question associated, so I'll keep an eye out. But
All right.
thank you for the donation anyway for now.
Cool.
Let's see here. Question from
Francis.
Darren Murray.
Darren Murray.
He's not new.
No.
No.
Are the Epiphones inspired by Gibson as good as the real thing? I know the prices are pretty good, and I'm so tempted to buy one, but just wondering how they compare to the real deal.
Can't go wrong.
Can't
Well,
go wrong. They're better than the real thing at this
yeah,
point.
they are actually better than Gibsons at this point. It's sad to say that, but we were just in a shop 2 days ago, and there was a IBG J45 cutaway there for $1,090, whatever it was, right? $10.99, and there was a J45 sitting there for $4,600. A Gibson J45. There was no comparison, none at
The
all.
IBG was head and shoulders. Eh?
Head and shoulders. Yeah. And Dave said he played the Gibson in the neck was like a baseball bat.
Well, it's just the different neck profile on them. Like I found it thick after playing the Epiphone. But
Yeah. But the Epiphone, I mean, they don't need to make Gibson doesn't need to make guitars with necks like that, right? They just don't.
Yeah.
No.
There's way better ways to profile necks, and almost every company does it except them. They won't change that.
Right.
And it makes those guitars incredibly difficult to play.
Yeah.
For me, I can't get it through a night on one of those things because my hand is so cramped from all that meat in there.
There's all that extra wood on there for extra security that the neck won't move or something or twist or what.
I don't
why
know
do
what
they
it
do
is,
that?
but as it stands right now, so I'll give you a good example. I shouldn't say this, but it doesn't matter anymore because I already asked everybody's approval and opinion on this, and so I got to tell you, I bought a Gibson, the new Songwriters edition. It's supposedly the affordable. It's the new Gibsons that have the sound port in the top, and there's satin finish. They got the fancy over the top of the fretboard markers.
Right.
Beautiful looking guitar, right? So I bought one. It was $2,000, and we went and played a show with it in Charlottetown. And and it sounded great, played great. Then we started looking at it, and Dave said to me, "What's going on with the top right there?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "What is it?" He said, and I looked behind the bridge, and there was literally pieces of the grain of the top pushed, like somebody had just taken the bridge and gouged it into the top, and peeled out wood fiber off the top of the guitar. It was all stuck up against the back of the bridge. And then I looked inside, and the brace right under the sound hole was broken, and the piece was hanging off of it. And then there was another one with a piece hanging off the kerfing inside. And I thought, and there was a spot in the back where they had put the end pin in the wrong place and filled it. What? $2,000 for
That's
this
not
guitar.
a true story.
It's a
Come
true
on.
story. So I took it back to Long and McQuaid the next day, and I showed them, and they were like, "Holy crap!" I said, "Yeah, well, so much for Gibson, right?" And I really wanted that guitar to be good. I really did. I was like, "This would be awesome if I could keep this instrument and play a Gibson." Because I've had so much luck with the Epiphones. Why can't I find a Gibson that's the same? Well, it's not the same price. It's $1,000 more than the Epiphone. So it was incredibly disappointing.
The
I just don't know
Epiphones,
what to say about that.
they're really trying hard to prove themselves, Epiphone, and maybe Gibson a little too relaxed at this point. And they gotta.
Yeah.
But the good thing about a Gibson, obviously, is it would probably hold its value because of the brand name. But those Epiphones inspired by Gibson series, every single one I've seen are beautiful guitars.
Well, you bought my J45.
Yeah, I actually bought one of the JPs from them because I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Use it for recording. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
When you're in first place, there's nowhere to go but down.
yeah. And if you get complacent,
Well, that's
You go
that's
down
absolutely
faster.
discussed it many times, and that's what's
right?
happened.
That's
over
the
years.
problem. Epiphone's really trying. and what blows my mind is Gibson owns them. Why would Gibson let them do what they're doing? Because they really are starting to get embarrassing. For,
Well, the
the
opening act is kicking the headliner's ass. at
Gibson
this
would
point.
still be hoarding or keeping the best wood for themselves, would they not be?
possibly.
But the build quality's not.
Yeah, and quality control is not right.
Oh, yeah.
Not up to Epiphone standards.
And it
Like,
hasn't been for years.
No, it hasn't
Years,
been horrible.
yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but I don't know what else to say. If I had something good, I wish I could say something
good.
good, but I can't because every time I go near them, that's what I find. So anyhow,
Maybe you're just getting unlucky with them, or
I might be.
just hitting some.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I've all the ones I've seen in the last 10 years.
you've had how many of those things apart on your bench with Jimmy and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Miles,
Yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, Miles has had a lot.
yeah.
They're just the build quality is not there. The name goes on before the quality goes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyhow, poor Gibson. We apologize. Nothing we can do. Sorry, but we just
Rest in peace, Gibson.
rest in peace. I'm enjoying their demise right now.
Wow.
Connect.
Tell us how you're
It's harsh.
it was
We have a highlighted chat from Mark Smith.
Sorry.
Good evening, Mr. Smith.
Good evening, Mr. Smith.
He says, I really like bananas now, you damn hypnotist.
It works. It works.
And then a question from Eli Patrick.
Sweet.
Buddy, how you doing? I hope you're warmer than we are.
Probably is. He says, hey everybody, and welcome back, Chris. Once again, on my quest down the rabbit hole of Jerry Reed and fingerpicking, I've discovered the talent of Chip Young. What are your thoughts on his playing?
Never heard of him. Now I'm going to have to look him up.
Thanks for the
So
suggestion.
thanks for that. I will find out who Chip Young is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is going to write it down. This is the beauty of this show because it doesn't matter how many years you play and study all of this stuff, you'll never know everything. You'll never know every player. And man, there's some killer players out there that you just didn't see coming.
Like Eli.
Yeah, exactly. This is a young man that's going to be like one of the best players around if he keeps on doing what he's doing. So keep on doing what you're doing. All right, next.
Do it.
There's a question from Joe.
Brother Joe.
My Uncle Joe.
For Dave as well.
Uncle Joe, yes.
Do you have a Christmas album?
I have 2 Christmas records. Christmas and then Christmas 2.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
sad little Christmas units.
So yeah, I've
Yeah. A full 90 minutes of boredom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Two subpar Christmas attempts.
These are my friends.
Just can't
Two
wait.
suicidal subpar holiday attempts.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Yeah, Dave, next winter, Dave Gunning's Christmas album.
Yeah.
When nothing matters.
the fruitcake.
I like the fruitcake.
I like fruitcake. Do you like the fruitcake too?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Let's play a tune.
Yeah.
do you wanna
Well,
play?
if you're gonna play a tune, we have a request.
All right.
Oh boy.
Hang on, I
You might
gotta.
not be able to do it.
No, you can.
Oh, yes. It says you.
No, you can. It's a request from Haley Van Buskirk.
Oh,
It says,
cool.
my 5-year-old nephew Joel wants to know if Dave will play Daddy's Beer. He wants to learn how to play it on his guitar.
Oh, we'd love to play it
Yeah.
for you.
Here, you come up here.
Yeah.
Switch out.
What's the little fella's name? Or
Joel.
He may not be a little fella. I don't know. How old is he?
5.
He's 5.
That's how old I was when I
Oh
started.
my. Well,
Oh, geez. Sorry, friends.
what was his name? Joe, was it?
Joel.
Joel. Joel.
Like Joel Plaskett.
Yeah, Joel.
Except different.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, well, here you go, Joel. Thanks for the interest in the song, and I play this in Dadgad, but JP plays it in regular tuning,
Standard, yeah.
standard tuning, and yeah. I remember back when I was young, on one Christmas Eve, Mom and Dad tucked us in, and we drifted off to sleep. And sometime through that snowy night, old Saint Nick did appear to fill the house with presents and lots of Christmas cheer. But morning came, and poor old Dad, he just stayed in bed, face down in the pillow, and that's when Mommy said, Daddy's really sick about what Santa did this year. He didn't eat the milk and cookies, drank all Daddy's beer. My sister got a tambourine and played it pretty well. Me, I got a fire truck with a shiny silver bell. Little brother got a cap gun with a realistic sound, shooting all the bad guys to save our little town. But poor old Dad, he couldn't move, we thought that he was dead. He was groaning like a grizzly and covering up his head. Oh, Daddy's really sick about what Santa did this year. He didn't eat the milk and cookies, but he drank all Daddy's beer. JP.
Yes, son.
Santa came early and brought me a guitar solo for Christmas. Mom finally took her chance to get Dad on his feet. She wanted him to help us out with the Christmas feast. But as he tried to stuff the turkey, he turned white just like a ghost. Still sad about what Santa did last night, I suppose. Poor Dad was feeling terrible about the man in red. How could Santa do this? Does he drink and drive his sled? Oh, Daddy's really sick about what Santa did this year. He didn't eat the milk and cookies, but he drank all Daddy's beer. Now I know you might not all believe what Santa did this year. He didn't eat the milk and cookies, but he drank all Daddy's beer. It's all gone.
Yeah.
There you go, Joel. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for requesting that.
Merry
Joel.
Christmas, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
That was incredible.
That
Great song.
that song is so
Well, you
popular.
were there the first time I ever played with a full band.
Well,
I
and-
wrote it for that George Canyon
right.
tour.
And I was just gonna say, as much as I know that song means to a lot of people, it means it's very special to us because
Yeah.
it evolved
yeah,
on that tour.
yeah, yeah. Well, I wrote it
And,
for that tour.
and recorded it live,
At
and
the
it went to
Rebecca Cohen.
radio on that tour. and
Radio stations played it, the crap out of
the
it.
crap out of it as we were touring across
Yeah,
Canada.
they were adding it. Yeah.
They were adding it and picking it up. So I think that's my favorite Christmas song of all time.
Yeah, I think it is one of mine too.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a donation to us and help us out a little bit there, feel free to send an email, interact transfer to jpcormier38@gmail.com or to PayPal, paypal.me/jpcormiermusic. And we're going to just use that money to
Make shortbread cookies.
make shortbread cookies.
Yeah. Try and keep the
Because
heat
we're
on.
going to have something to lure Santa in here, because a big fat bastard won't come in here unless you believe in something really good.
Well, he tipped over the chimney last
Yeah,
year.
it's because you put that donair out for him. You don't want that shit. Santa doesn't eat donairs.
Well, I thought I'd try something different with them.
Yeah, I ended up eating that. All right.
Good
Next.
We have a super chat from Larry Reindress.
Larry Reindress.
I think I can hear Larry now.
I think I can hear it.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
We're enjoying Larry right now.
He's so close. He's so close.
This is weird. His question is, what exactly is perfect pitch?
Perfect pitch is different than relative pitch. It's the ability to be able to, without any outside influence or standard, hit a specific note.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Most people have fairly good relative pitch. Very few people have perfect pitch.
Yeah. It's a good explanation, because I wouldn't have said that. That's a perfect explanation of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you give me a D, I can remember the D for minutes and repeat the D back. Or
Yeah.
if you move between notes, once I know the first note, I have good relative pitch to that, and I can keep a place.
Yeah.
But you can't just say to me out of the cold, give me a D.
Right.
I can't give you a D.
So we'll do it. We'll do a little testy test here. So you take that guitar, turn your back so I can't see you,
Well, I'll just do it here.
and just play any note. E. You can
But how
fret.
are you gonna know you're right?
You can
'Cause-
fret them
I
right.
am.
G sharp. G. C. G. E flat.
Do we know he's right though? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what you're playing?
Yeah. Dave,
Yeah.
you do some.
So that's one part of perfect pitch. And the reason I had to stop there was for a second is because of the note he chose, right? It's a relative third. It's like a third to C, but not.
Yeah.
And I had to make sure I counted it. I played it in my head. I went da, because the next note he went was da,
Yeah.
which I can sing them, right?
Yeah.
They're perfect. Da da. So I heard that and I went da ba, and I counted the interval in my head. Okay, it is E flat,
Well,
right?
and
yeah.
and because of popular,
And I also use my synesthesia to see it, because I can see that.
The
I can
colors.
see going. I can see that.
Yeah.
Going by me, right?
Yeah.
So all I had to do was play that note in my head,
yeah,
and then I knew that was E flat, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of people, because of popular music and the way it's evolved and it's
Yeah.
been for the last number of years, they can identify thirds and fifths just like that.
yeah.
Right? Like those are the most popular intervals between the notes.
Yeah.
But
So that's part of perfect pitch, is being able to instantly recognize what a note is. But the other part of it is to be able to somebody call the note out and sing it without any external stimuli.
yeah, and
Right?
Larry, if you want a really good sort of deep dive on perfect pitch,
Yeah.
our buddy Rick Beato,
Yeah.
on his channel, if you go to Rick Beato on YouTube, his son has absolutely perfect pitch.
Yeah.
And Rick can play like complex chords on the piano.
Yeah.
With his son standing there, back to him, and he can name out all the notes
Oh,
in the
yeah,
chords as
yeah.
he's plunking them out on the
Yep.
piano. Like it's seriously freaky.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah. Great question.
Cat.
Hairball?
Next.
We have a question. Oh wait, now hang on. I think we got a super chat come in.
Ooh.
Oh, we did. A super chat from Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen.
Welcome.
You played Temperance Reel in the opener. That's a tune I'm working on now. If I like that one, what's another one I might like too?
What? I wonder what instrument she's talking about.
I think she plays the fiddle.
Let's see. What would I play after that tune? The only problem with this is I don't know the name of this tune, but it's easily found. It was recorded by Winston.
Oh, I guess it's guitar flat pick, she says.
Oh, that's a whole other world.
Disregard.
So, okay, Dave, come on up and help me. Let's do an experiment. We'll play Temperance Reel and see what I do next.
What key you doing?
G.
G?
I just checked. I don't know what. I'm just gonna play it and see what comes out the other side.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. What's the name of that second one?
I wish I knew. That's a
Yeah.
really old and well-known tune. It was recorded by Winston. And Jesus, you wouldn't believe what's going on over to the side here. Got a whole light up Christmas show parade going on over there. It was played by Winston and Jerry and everybody. And but I'm sure you can find it. It's I'm gonna play it for you just slow, just so you get it. I played it way too fast. Like that's the problem with temperance reel. Temperance reel is easy enough. You can play it too quick. That sucks because when you go into a harder tune like that one, you start missing cuts and you start missing right. So if you play it at a decent speed. It's a great tune.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it is very difficult, but not hard. It's simple, but it's the ornamentation that makes it so difficult, right?
Wow.
And you can learn a lot about playing. You can learn a lot about playing all that stuff, but you just don't know what I have to put up with. It's all off camera. It's pandemonium. It's pandemonium. Somebody take me away. Calgon.
Holiday
Calgon.
pandemonium.
Tonight's show again is brought to you by Ginger's free-range organic shortbread cookies.
Again, they're sugar cookies.
I'm enjoying a free-range organic shortbread cookie
Absolutely not
right now.
shortbread cookies.
Stay tuned next week when we talk about.
Maybe next week they'll be
Bob's
shortbread
buttermilk biscuits.
That's right. And Chris's crippling fear of wombats.
cookies. Next week we'll learn the difference between shortbread and sugar cookies.
What is she talking about? Those are clearly shortbreads.
Of course they are. Next. Fuck you said that. That's right.
Oh dear.
Thanks,
Go
Dave,
for it.
by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
All right. We have a super chat from Brian Poirier.
Brian Poirier.
That's
There's
new.
a musician.
Yeah, that's new.
No, it
It's not
ain't.
new.
That's Eddie Poirier's grandson.
If you had to choose between a Royer R121, I don't know if I'm saying that right,
Yeah, you are.
or an Audio Technica A4081, 4081 for a ribbon mic, what would be your choice and why?
Well, mine would be the Royer. What
Yeah.
do you think, Dave?
I don't know, I'd have to hear them, but
Yeah.
they probably both. Those are both killer mics.
They are.
They might sound different from one another, but they're both killer mics.
They are.
Like,
And the only thing that Royer has an older, more
Yeah.
prestigious name for ribbon mics.
but Audio Technica is sort of like the Toyota
Exactly.
or
For the money,
or
for the money,
The
you're-
the room mics in here are Audio Technicas,
Yeah.
and they're incredible.
Yeah, like
for the money, it's the Audio Technica.
Yeah.
If you-
probably.
Yeah.
Yes, because you'll spend less money for the AT.
And
Then
they-
the Royer is going to be $4,000.
And Audio
Yeah.
Technica is like a Yamaha guitar. They're so well
Yeah.
built.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would, if I was you, I'd get in a situation where I could rent them.
Yeah, Long and McQuaid often will. And
Yes.
it's not very expensive to rent from
No.
them.
Rent
And,
them both and try them, and then you'll know. Because
Yeah.
you think, like, I've had that happen to me. Well, we've done that.
Yeah.
Because me and Dave got me hooked on the Beta 87 as a vocal mic. It's a condenser.
Well, it was Chris.
Phantom-
It was Chris that suggested it to me in the beginning.
Right.
And then yeah.
And so I've always used them. And so one day, me and Dave, there were so many great new mics that came out in 2019 and 2020 for vocal, live vocal, I mean. And so we went into Long McQuaid one day, and they had all of them in there. And
Yeah.
man, we tried all of them, A-B'd through a sound system in the back room there.
Yeah.
with it.
That was
with it,
pretty cool,
and nothing could touch that Beta 87 for my voice. The
Yeah.
other guy would take the new mic and it sounded fantastic. When I talked or sang through it, it just didn't sound as
Yeah.
good as the Beta.
Yeah.
It just didn't. And some of these mics were beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Especially for your genre, though,
yeah.
where your vocal,
You want to hear the lyrics.
your vocal is possibly,
Especially if it's something
it's-
like the Banana Song where the lyrics are important.
right. It's got to be on top, right? It doesn't work if it's not on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for your genre, it's all about the vocal and hearing the story. Whereas with other genres of music, the vocal is often buried further in the mix. So an SM58 is just fine because there's so much other stuff going around. But where you guys are concerned, the vocal always has to be front and center over the top of everything. Because
Yeah.
it's the key thing. Everything else is an accompaniment. And that's why I like the Beta 87.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Let's see. Oh, we have a super chat from Colin Doolin.
Colin Doolin, back again.
Buddy.
I'm going to say this wrong. Best K&K pickup for a cajon?
Cajon.
Cajon?
Yeah.
For live use.
I don't know.
I don't think they make
They
a K&K for
sure
a
they
cajon.
do.
Do they?
If they make ones for marimbas and xylophones, that's how they started. That's how they started was picking up percussion
Wow.
and musical percussion.
I wouldn't
He
tend
was
to
the
put
first. He was the first guy to ever pick up build a pickup system for a vibraphone like Peter Appleyard played. You know, where there was a sensor on every single key.
Right. For a cajon, though, I don't know if I'd put a pickup in it as much as I'd be tempted just to keep it simple and mic it.
Yeah, with a
because
57.
It's a tonal thing, and you
Yeah.
want to be at the port and get the overall
Yep.
sound of the box.
You could literally mic something like that with a really good bass drum mic.
Bass drum mic or a 57, like you said.
Or a 57.
What do you think, Dave?
I don't know. It's just that joke came to mind. I like cajones and everything, but that banjo joke, what's the best kind of pickup for a banjo? An F-150?
Okay. Well, thanks, Dave.
I like cajones. Nothing. I just that was the. Well,
Yeah?
that's
You like bananas,
You
though,
asked
too,
me what's
right?
going through my mind.
Well, you know
Yeah.
they just came up with a brand new
You like bananas, too.
they just came up with a brand new stick for Borons, right? It's called a steak knife.
Terrible.
Next. Sorry to all our Boron players,
And
but
our cajon players.
we hate you. Okay, go ahead.
That's not true.
They
No, it's
just
not.
want it
It's
to
not
sound
true.
like a freight train.
We have a super chat
Freight
from
train
Mike.
filled with rancid jello.
What?
Boron sound like somebody beating the side of a dead cow with a croquet mallet. And it's always at a time. He's always drunk, too, on top of that.
A leather sofa with a golden retriever.
Lost it.
With the whole dog.
Yeah, the whole dog. And he's alive. And loving it. Just bouncing off it. Like, hey, whoa, wee.
We're doing a wee.
Connect.
Super chat from Mike Blom.
Mike, who?
He's new. That's new.
BLOM. Blom.
That's got to be new.
Yeah, it's gotta be
We'd
new.
have made fun of him.
Hi, Mike.
Sure.
Welcome.
Blom. He's the Blom, man.
You're such an
He's
arsehole.
the blom.
He's the Blom.
Mike, he's the blom.
Love you, Mike. What do you got, buddy?
He's nicer to you than you are to him. That's for sure. He says, "Great show as always. Happy holidays." And then you are making fun of him.
Well,
what?
I really,
He says, "Great show," and here you are making fun of him.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I really feel like a heel now.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, good.
He's got a good sense of humor. If he didn't have Mike, if you
wouldn't be
didn't
here.
have a sense of humor, you wouldn't be here, buddy. So
right.
there you go. We feel very confident to make slight fun of your name.
After all, he is the blom.
Remember the time poor old Herschel Rector?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I almost made a terrible slip of the tongue that night.
Yep.
Yeah, because I didn't know. It was the first time he ever called in. I thought they were kidding me.
Yeah.
What a name, Herschel Rector. But then I realized there's a famous bluegrass guy by that name, Red Rector.
Red Rector.
Yeah, and he was awesome. Awesome, that guy. It was in the 50s, right?
My father was the rector.
At the church.
Yes.
Right.
True story.
There's something going. Okay, next. Next. Yeah, we can't.
No.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas,
Christmas
time.
time in the county.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next.
Super chat from Mark Smith.
Mark
Smith.
What makes you choose one acoustic over another for live performances versus recording sessions?
Because it's the lightest one to get down the studio stairs.
There's a man dedicated to his craft.
Next.
But that's not even how you choose. You should tell them how you choose.
I'm only kidding. What was the question again?
Why would you choose
One
for
guitar over another.
for recording versus live?
Yeah.
So
I don't choose guitars.
For live
I use a
performance, okay.
random number generator to choose what guitars leave the house.
they
No, that's
choose
actually
him.
true.
Yeah.
It's actually true. He does that.
I do. That's what I do because I have so many instruments. If I didn't play them all, and it's the only way to do it is make sure I cycle through every guitar. Now, if I pick a guitar, if the generator picks a guitar that's not appropriate
You'll skip.
for a gig, I will skip to the next one in the line.
So you do
Right.
still have power over the machine.
Oh yes, but I
Well, yeah.
try to do what it tells me so that I don't have guitars sitting here going dead, because it can happen really easy. You let a guitar sit for 8 months and it's fried. You've got to keep playing it, and then you've got to
Or
work
else you
it
got to tone write it again.
exactly, which is a great idea. Like that's such a great point about that product. If you do have a lot of guitars and you do play them all, but you don't get to one for 8 months, that's the way to fix it.
Spank it with the tone write.
Put the tone right on it for 3 days, and it's just like playing it for 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like for instance, we've had some guitar choice problems on this tour because the guitars I were bringing out were either too much guitar for the show, or not enough, or so much beautiful color, but I had to work to get that consistently because the guitar was fragile and small, and so we finally settled on one. But that's what I mean. Sometimes you make the wrong choice. You go, and I should know better. I've been playing with Dave for 25 years. You should know what he wants on stage, right? Which is all that really matters to me when we're playing together, is that he's happy, because he's got bigger ears than me. And he can
like a
hear,
bat.
and he can hear things I don't even hear. I'm just there, like, blithely strumming away, going,
He's got ears like a fruit bat.
yeah, and he can hear all the tones rubbing up against each other, and,
Yeah.
if one makes him unhappy, he gets distracted, right? And I don't blame him, because that's what he does for a living his whole life. He's the bird, is like doing this and looking around, and, yeah.
Oh, shiny thing.
So, yeah, so it does happen that I choose a guitar, and even recording, choose a guitar, and I sit down and try to play the rhythm track, and I just realize, now this doesn't fit this song, and I'll go to the next guitar in the line, and try that. Maybe that won't work either. But I'll know before I pick it up, because like I'm doing a rhythm track, I might not. Maybe the next guitar is a jumbo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I won't use that. I'll go to a dreadnought.
So the
right?
root of his question, I think, was
Live versus recording.
live versus recording. So, but you.
There's no difference.
Yeah, so any of your guitars that you play live with, you also record with.
Yes.
And same for me. Although that Masterbuilt guitar that I bought from you, or not the Masterbuilt, the Inspired by,
yeah.
that's probably a guitar that I won't necessarily play live with,
No.
and just leave it in the studio. And it's good because there's no preamp on it, so there's nothing buzzing.
That's right.
It's nice and quiet for recording.
Yeah.
So nothing
It's
rattling.
also it's probably for your guys' show together. It's fairly critical what guitars you're playing, or Dave, you generally play
the same one.
the same one,
for the
but
last
more
5
for
years
you
or
because
something.
you're both driving the bus in different songs.
Yeah.
So the lead is changing around and the rhythm is changing around, right? And the solos are changing around,
Yeah.
which makes a difference, right?
Yeah. And I have total.
Are we keeping you up?
Yes, pretty much.
We still have another half hour to go.
Well, we've been burning it hard for 4 nights, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and what we got now? 8 more nights to go
Yeah.
in a row. Well, almost in a row.
Yeah.
And but I have tonal ADD, right? Bad. So I can't. What? No, I do. I can't. I actually, if I go on a long tour, well, I shouldn't say this because it depends on what the guitar is. if I go on a long tour and it's not a Boucher or a Yamaha or I haven't had a chance to tour with the Yeris, but I know they would be the same, right? But let's say I took I don't know, like one of the IBGs, right, or something like that. I would start to get bored, uninspired by that guitar after a while, because so I got to be careful touring with guitars that aren't Bouchers and Yamahas, like the high end stuff I need on the road, because it just keeps me interested. They're just so incredible. You don't ever get bored of them
because you can get more out of them.
You can get more out of them. There's a lot of color. There's just more there, right? Yeah. Whereas a more sedate guitar, like my Series 11 that I love, that we use for a few nights, the IBG, like those guitars are good. They're fantastic for this application and for a short run. But if I had to take that guitar out on the road for 8 weeks, I would probably have to buy another guitar on the road. So it would be another cheap guitar too, right? Just to keep my brain from going, every time I play this, every night it sounds the same, right? You know what I mean? Like,
can we flip that over? Are there guitars that you own that you would get fatigued of hearing all the time?
No, not fatigue. That's what I'm talking about. Is like you get fatigued of less complex sounding instruments, right? But and a lot of the guitars that I have, especially the lower end guitars, they have especially Recording King and stuff. They sound old and they're very. That's why I love them. They're old. They're one dimensional. They always sound the same. They have the same kind of penetration.
They're go-to for a certain
thing, and you really love the sound, and it's like an old friend, right? But if you have to listen to that every night and play it every night for 30 shows. After me personally, I can't handle that. He can, and I think everybody I know can, but I also know other people who couldn't.
That's what people generally say about going to one of Dave's shows.
Like I know you look at guys like Chet, right? He played one guitar on stage for years, one company, Gretsch, right, and then switched to Gibson and did that big orange Chet Atkins model. But that man had hundreds of guitars, hundreds of them. Yeah. And he'd sit in his house and play them. You know what I mean? Like it was that way with him too. He's like, I need exactly what we were talking about at the start of the show with the LSTAs, right? The transacoustics.
Right.
That's
needed the stimulus.
You need the tonal stimulus. That's something different that you hear. A different overtone, a different harmonic, a chord rings differently.
I get that's part of my appetite fulfilled because every room sounds different to me.
Right.
And I hear the different standing waves, and every single room has a different voice for me. So it's like, even though I'm playing the same guitar every night, every show is a little different because you're playing in a different room.
Right.
PA's different, rooms different, stages different.
You're hearing the pinging of whatever.
Yeah. And see, this is the difference between me and you, because David doesn't use an amplifier and I do.
Oh yeah, so yours is always coming from the same place.
My guitar sounds the same every single night, right? Because I control it. So what I'm hearing of my instrument is always the same, which I love.
I control mine, but it goes into a DI. But I EQ it quite heavily going out there.
But you know how to. I don't. I would never be able to do what you do. I watch you do it every night. It's like he just knows what to do. He'll just bend over there and in 90 seconds he's got that guitar carved out like that.
Well,
like
he has that kind of guitar synesthesia. Where he can put his head down and EQ the room and the PA and the stage for what he needs
in his own head.
In his own head,
right? Yeah, that's the scary part. He can extrapolate what's going to happen.
Yeah,
when the room is full, when the sound man gets nervous and turns it up because this room is full, all those things, right? And that's why I love working with him. And he's an arsehole, but I mean,
I got a great new Tone Right advertising campaign.
Okay.
Guitar been sitting for a while?
Yes.
Spank it with a Tone Right.
Spank that baby with a Tone Right.
I don't think so.
Put some spank in your tank.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Spunk Right.
Spunk Right.
Wow. And there it went,
Yeah,
folks.
We were trying to be serious.
Yeah,
like,
we were.
there it went.
Oh, and
There's
you know
a little
what?
bit of a difference between spank it with a tone right.
You know somebody that we
didn't
that
dwell
we
on
that
it.
we need to give a shout out to. We occasionally mention them, and not enough. And it's Picker's Grip. They write me all the time and say how much they appreciate us talking about them, and I just want to say Merry Christmas to the guys at Picker's Grip, and it is a tremendously good product.
It's an amazing
I love
product. Yeah.
And I've actually used. I don't take it on the road because I sweat so much. I don't need the, and I use those picks by Nick Monda makes those picks for me, and they're grippy as hell because they're old casein, and you just put a little and you're stuck to it for an hour, right?
But when you don't
But-
want to lick your fingers.
When no, exactly in these days, but I keep it here because I don't sweat. I'm not nervous. I'm in here recording,
You need it.
and I just put a little on the old. Oh man, it's just you can literally you're just sitting there like this, and the pick is like stuck to your thumb, but it still has swing. You can still move it around. It's just it really does work good. So I just want to thank the guys, and I've got a few emails from them in the last few weeks just thanking us, and we love you. Picker's Grip is a great product. If you do have problems like I always have with picks sliding around in your hand and stuff, that is the gear to have. It works like a charm.
I know
So-
some guys that could use a little Picker's Grip.
Yeah, I think Dave is a
I
good
drop
contender.
picks quite often.
A little,
Yeah.
just a little.
Yeah,
No, actually, not too much lately. These are grippy ones. I don't know what they are.
Shark
JP.
skin,
Cat tongue.
cat tongue.
Yeah.
See,
I got a Peavy pick here because I left all my good picks in my jeans pockets because I'm wearing pajamas. So my Apollo pick's in the house, but I use this thing and it's hard because one side is slick and the other one is grippy, and I don't get along well with that because it doesn't matter which
is it?
side. Whatever side is not the grippy, it slips
it
around.
slides.
On me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
weird,
that's-
eh? Yeah.
That's strange.
It should be grippy on both sides. Would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
really good. But the tone is nice. It's just a Delrin pick, right?
Yeah.
But that's nostalgia for me because I used to deal PV stuff in the late '80s in Alabama. Like, we lived 2 hours from the plant in
Hartley Peavy.
Yeah, I knew Hartley. I met him many times. Went to the plant and toured the plant with him and his wife.
Gee.
I played their prototype acoustic. The first one they ever built was sent to us.
They've made some
And
shit pile of gear over the years.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
And one of the best
Tough old
basses
stuff.
I ever played.
Tough old stuff.
The PV Fury, the bass. Oh my God! I had a 5-string PV Fury. Holy crap, that was a nice bass. I
They
made
made great. They made high-end basses.
They did.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
tremendously. Nice
Everybody
basses.
wanted those basses.
Yeah, they were better than Fenders for a while. They were better than P basses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next. Sorry. A cat.
Team effort. We have a super chat from Robert Martin.
Robert Martin. That's new.
No, I don't think he's new.
so.
I've heard that name before.
Come on, Robert.
Tell us what you need.
He says, thanks
here to
guys.
help.
It took me a while to get past the outfits and focus on the dialogue and music.
It's
I don't know what
Christmas.
he's-
That's
I don't
fair.
know what he's
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
The ears are distracting. Yeah.
Well, he's obviously just not. He's a bit of a Scroogey guy.
Yeah, he's not in
So
the
he's not
festive
quite into
spirit.
the Christmas spirit yet.
Yeah. We're trying to help you with
We're
that.
trying to help
He
you.
did say
Yeah.
he made it there. Took
Yeah,
him a
did.
it
while.
took him a while,
Yeah.
but
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
you know,
Fiddly
Let us
dee
know.
potatoes. Happy holidays.
I mean, I can condense, just as a lesson for him. You can condense the Christmas Carol story, right? Scrooge starts out, Christmas sucks, and the ghosts come and say, "You suck," and in the end, it's like, "Yay, Christmas!"
Fiddly dee potatoes.
End of the book.
Go Christmas.
Yes, there you go.
Thick as a McGregor. It's
is
the
that?
penis. I mean the wiener.
Oh, it's Wiener.
Yeah.
It's Wiener, the dog magnet.
The dog magnate. It's Wiener
Cat
Milan.
next.
Did he ask his question?
Yes, he did.
That's all. It was just
Okay.
a comment. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
We have another comment from Sarah and James Nelson.
Sweet.
Looking forward to seeing you two in Riverview next week.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you there too.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a good one.
We're,
Yeah.
we're
That's
thrilled
always a
we're
great
going
show.
back there. Yeah.
It's always a great show.
That's a beautiful theater. My gosh. Yeah. Yeah. You know who was doing production there? It was the Savard brothers last time we were there. Yeah.
That's nice.
I hadn't seen them in years. Yeah.
They're still kicking.
Yeah.
There you go.
Next.
We have a question from Jason Gavel.
All right, Jason.
Does JP have any instrumental albums, and how would I get them?
Well, I have about
you have any?
47 of them.
I have like 8.
You can have, you can get them. Well, some of them are up on Spotify, Apple, all the streaming services. I don't know which ones, but there is a metric shit ton of instrumental albums. There's
I think only a couple of them are on.
There's Return to the Cape.
downloadable.
Return to the Cape.
Yeah.
Times 8, which is the Mandolin record.
Mandolin Records did.
Yeah.
Primary Color, which is a guitar album. Heart and Soul is another fiddle album. Return to the Cape is a fiddle album. And then there's Velvet Arm Golden Hand, which is another fiddle album. And then Take 5, which is the banjo album. And that's it, right? I think. I can't even remember. I get
So
Somewhere,
many
I
you
think.
can't remember.
I get too many albums.
Yeah.
There's 14 or 15 or 16, 18, I don't know.
The easiest way is the USB stick.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. If you want to order, if you want to go to the jpcormierwarehouse.com,
So the link's in this description.
the link is in the description of this video. You can go there and find it'll take you to our Shopify store, and you can buy a USB key which has all 18 records I've ever put out. Plus, there's like a bonus record on there that was never released. It's a great thing. It's only $60, and you get like 300 sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much hours of music is on that.
It's a lot of
It's a
it's like
lot
18
of
albums
listening.
for the
It's
price of 3.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's 18 records for the price of 3 CDs.
Yeah.
And they're all in high quality Apple generated MP4 and whatever they call it, AAC, Buttholes Supreme, peanut butter parfait up your arse,
Sugar cookies.
sideways, have a beer, like
It's organic shortbread.
let's play the goddamn tune. Shut up.
Michael
there you go. Yeah, Michael Bublé.
That's
There
a
you
good
Could.
weird turn there at the end.
Yeah, that is a
Could. Connects.
Was that
Next.
it? Was that it? Okay. I'm just scrolling. Sorry, there's a super chat that's popped up
Cool.
from our friend Steven.
Stephen Baker.
Mr. Baker.
Sweet.
He says, "Merry Christmas, folks. Sorry the Christmas packet from Sweden didn't arrive in time for the show, but it's en route.
Sweet.
Have a great holiday, and thanks for making my year memorable."
Speaking of the Christmas packet,
You're not going to pull your Christmas package again.
I have a Christmas packet.
This is a family show, I'll remind you.
So I have a Christmas packet. Susu.
Oh, Doug Sampson's here. He says, "Merry Christmas."
Oh, damn that Doug Sampson.
I have a sack of
Sampson.
Christmas cookies. This is for you.
Sue, come on over.
We won't let her. We don't put her on the camera. She doesn't want to be on
Come on,
camera.
just do your hand in here.
You're good. They can't see you there.
And yeah, Christmas time. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
It's Sherta Claus himself.
Yeah. Sure.
Shirty Claus.
Why,
Sherta
thank you.
Claus.
It's Sherta Claus. Look at him go.
Amazing.
There's a second part to your present to Susu. So we have
I know what this is.
the bear.
Aw.
His name is Jasper.
He looks like one of the Kraft peanut butter bears.
And Sue, beyond being a brilliant promoter and a master chef, is also,
A double red
A-
seal.
yes, double red seal
She's got
chef.
2 seals.
She's also an avid equestrian.
Mm-hmm.
So we have procured for her also
Holy
quick warmers
Brownie.
for her boots when she's riding this winter.
When she's with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, her horse's name is Lando.
Landor.
Landor.
Landor the Magnificent.
Yes, and so Ginger. Oh. You have to actually show them this, but you can do it without.
Okay.
This is like the biggest drink mug ever.
So open them up, boys. Baby. This is your
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas,
This is the
everybody.
best Christmas show freaking ever.
Sweet. Sweet.
Ah,
Slippers for Ginger.
oh, nice Grinch
Here,
slippers.
I need one.
Oh, sweet.
Mr.
Ah,
Grinch.
Ginger. How lucky.
Oh, man. That's beautiful. I love
Dave,
that.
you get a strap?
Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Look
Man,
at
that's,
that.
That's
Chris
good.
got a nice Guinness mug with pretzels.
Guinness mug.
Thanks, JP.
Love you guys.
That one,
Oh, I love
boys.
you too.
I
Thanks.
couldn't have.
Thank you
We
so
couldn't have a
much.
Christmas show without doing that.
Look at that.
Isn't that nice?
That's like a Guinness
That's
and a half.
That's a
right
Stein there. A real, honest
a
to goodness
beauty.
one. Did your slippers fit?
Wow.
Well, I'm wearing shoes right now,
Oh yeah, right. You got winter boots on. Yeah.
so I don't know. Probably not over my shoes.
There. Guinness and pretzels. Here, Stevie.
So there we go. There's that done.
That's a nice strap.
And,
Thank you.
I hope you like it, Dave. I wasn't sure if
it's
you'd wear something like
beautiful.
that, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think it goes with most of your clothes.
yeah.
It's kind of a retro looking. It's kind of a retro looking
Does it
thing.
go with most of your clothes?
It does.
does.
Yeah. Well, show them.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He would know.
Yeah. Me and Dave shop together a lot.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful pattern. It's almost like reminds me of Paisley, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful design. Levy's, that's a Levy's leather strap, by the way. They make some of the most beautiful straps I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's all I use.
That's
you know,
all I
wherever
use
you
too.
go,
Levy's,
you see Levy's straps.
they're all over the world.
Yeah.
They're the #1 strap company in the world. I don't care what country
Wherever
you
you
go
go,
to,
yeah.
there's a Levy's strap hanging on
Yeah.
the wall of the store, right?
I took that for granted for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. And they're in Ganesh, for God's sake.
Yeah, they're from Sue's, where Sue's
Yeah.
home people are.
Yep.
Home people.
Where her breeding units reside.
Breeding units.
It's where the clan of the little people
That's
are.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Anybody else? We gotta.
We have a super chat from Mike Clements.
All right, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Good to have you back, buddy.
This was an awesome show at the Hat in Sydney, lads. Great to meet you both afterwards. Cheers and happy holidays.
Sweet.
Yeah, thanks a bunch. For,
Glad to have you, and thanks everybody who's donated tonight. Sent us a little cash. We appreciate that very much.
Was it Mike that made the cane? Was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
just over
the
there.
cane is
and the
beautiful.
guitar picks, yeah.
and the guitar, the wooden picks.
Yeah.
I got mine's over in the credenza right there.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks.
using that for something, rhythm, something. It's gonna be good tone for something.
That'll
Maybe
end
the high
up.
string.
That'll end up on a recording.
It will.
somewhere.
Like these little weird tools. I don't
Yeah.
use them live.
You couldn't
my-
use a wooden pick live.
No,
It'd
and
last
shred it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shred it.
He thinks it would last longer, but I'm sorry to tell him it wouldn't last very long.
But Mike's
Yeah.
pick will be immortalized on a
Oh yeah, that will.
recording.
Oh yeah, that will definitely more than one probably. Because I'm probably going to use that on something like that. Pick would sound really good on an electric
Yeah,
because it has so much meat on it.
yeah,
You can really push the strings around a lot with it.
yeah.
So yeah. What do you think,
Awesome.
David boy?
Beautiful.
Is it gonna be all right?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Yep. Andy.
Right on.
Great.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Connect?
We have a super chat from Judith Shea.
Judith Shea. Nice to
Oh,
have you.
nice. Yeah.
It's been a delight listening in each week to the crew and friends. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Judith.
Merry Christmas to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There was a question. I can't find it now, but it was a question about what guitar Davey's playing.
Oh, this is a Stonebridge Firk or Firk?
Firk, yeah.
Firk Stonebridge guitar. Yeah.
You
So-
designed that guitar, didn't you?
Yeah, actually, so Roger Smith, who owned the Stonebridge name, I have a Loudon that I really love, and this was kind of inspired by the Loudon.
Yeah.
So it's walnut back and sides, and it's a spruce top, but and it's slightly deeper this way
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the standard. But yeah, and I love the guitar satin finish, and it's been great.
Yeah,
It has
it
a really
is-
earthy tone.
It is a very good
It
guitar.
doesn't sound shiny and new. It sounds kind of
No.
Old and
earthy.
Just
a
like
little bit.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
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 slightly beat the crap out of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Just like me.
But that's what you want.
little
That's
the
right.
worse for wear.
Something that matches my voice.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is not much.
Flat from DC to the middle of Channel 5.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's good for my confidence.
Yeah.
This show.
It's always good to show up and get picked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Any more super chats?
I'm not sure. I have a question here ready to go though.
We'll do one more question, then we're gonna do something really cool tonight because we missed last week. We're gonna have 4 winners tonight go on the list for the massive 3-shop draw, which will put us quite a bit closer now. Mm-hmm. So
4
yeah.
closer, in fact.
What's the question?
The question is from Spike Wills 69.
That's new.
I don't remember reading that before,
Cool.
but it's possible.
Cool.
I just put nickel bronze Dario strings on my mahogany Alvarez Parlor, and they seem stiff or harder to me. Not as comfortable as the 80/20 bronze. Any thoughts?
I would switch entirely to phosphor. phosphor bronze is a softer string, and I know a lot of people don't want to do it, but you should be using coated strings, either elixirs or D'Addario XS. Now, elixirs are going to be the softest feeling string, but XS is a little harder feeling. It's a little stiffer string. They last the same as elixirs, and they sound uncoated, in my opinion. They're
brighter.
them. I love them.
Yeah.
And they come in only in phosphor bronze. So that tells you something, right? That's D'Addario. I always pronounce that word both ways. I have my whole life, but
Well, everybody
D'Addario?
used to say D'Addario.
yeah, but that's what it's supposed to be, is D'Addario.
Yeah.
Yeah. D'Addario, that is their flagship acoustic string now, and they only offer it in phosphor. So that tells you something, right? Like that. I know that people enjoy using the different metal combinations because it does make a difference in tone.
Yeah. They're a more consistent string.
Yes, but also can make a big difference in playability. So the best possible world, in my opinion, is to use phosphor, elixir, or the D'Addario XS. Elixir being the softer feeling string, the XS being the a little harder feeling string with none of that coated sound. They just last forever. They last forever
And ever.
and ever, and they never change. They're just a beautiful string.
They even last for you, don't they, Dave?
They do.
I got 2 nights out of a set of elixirs here, but we were playing pretty hard.
No, I'm
last
talking
night.
about the XS.
The excess
Oh,
strings.
the XS.
The
we
D'Addarios.
used them at the Carlton
last year, yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
They seem to be good strings.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
has a lot of acid in his hands.
Yeah.
So
he changes
chews-
strings so fast it doesn't even matter what he uses.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
He can kill elixirs. I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
Well, but oftentimes I can get 6 nights out of them.
Yeah, but they're dead as a doornail at 6 nights,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Unless I have 2 guitars.
Yeah, mine. What happens to me is I play so hard that I feather the coating off, and it starts to stick out like little
That's
fur.
what's happening
Little fur,
here.
Yeah,
Look.
I don't like that. Anyhow, here comes the questions, everybody. And the question tonight is, what year? It's a two-part question. What year and in what country was Silent Night written? Go for it.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. It is thundering outside.
There's much thunder.
That is thunder.
Jill is beginning to panic. Happy girl. What?
How's it going, Ginger?
Vibrate out of existence.
Have we got something?
Yes.
Have we got 4?
Let's see here.
Better do this before the power goes out.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who's the first one?
I see 4. So the correct answer is 1818 Austria.
Yes, it is.
The first one is John DeLory. See one yet? See in the draw yet?
No, he is not. John DeLory, send us an email to jpcormier38@gmail.com. You are now in the draw. Your email will be put in our database so we can contact you if you win. Who's next?
Next is the lovely lady who sold us all our garlic.
Oh,
Dax Raxwa,
she's not in yet, for sure.
1818 Austria.
Dax, thank you. Okay, Dax, you know the email, jpcormier38@gmail.com. And boy, it's thunder and lightning out there.
Yeah, the dog is going
Number 3.
We have Bernie to the 9th.
That's definitely not on here.
No.
Bernie to the 9th.
Okay, Jill.
jpcormier38@gmail.com. Send me an email. Bernie. And the last one, number 4.
Stephen Baker.
Ooh, is Baker on here
I
yet?
don't think he is.
I don't think so.
No,
He's
not
not.
on this one. Mr. Bathtub.
Sweet.
Mr.
Stephen
Mr.
Baker's
Rose
in the
Bathtub.
contest.
Mr. Bathtub.
Number 30. He's the 30th. It took him
Wow.
30 tries.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So there you go. There's our draw growing. We got 20 more contestants to go on this list, and then we're going to make a massive draw. And
Little dishpan feet
it's
made it
going to
on
be
the
some good
list.
stuff. So we hope you have a great Christmas. We probably won't be doing. We're not going to do string theory or limb the week of Christmas. So keep that in mind. And yeah, we love you. We appreciate you being here.
We're doing a mini string theory next week, I think.
We may be able to get one in. Yes, we're not going to make any promises because the schedule is so insane. But as you can tell, we missed you. So just remember this: as you move forward in life through the Yuletide period of the year, just remember. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a close carbon fiber guitar.
Nice.
Good Christmas.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
3 Epiphones.
2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
4 Yamahas.
3 Epiphones.
2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
4 Yamahas.
3 Epiphones.
2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 Jeff Gallants.
4 Yamahas.
3 Epiphones.
2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. Oh, 12 guys a drinking,
11 Larry's leaping.
10 Wicked Bouchers.
9 trolls a typing,
8 Cam disasters.
7 Stephen Bakers.
6 Jeff Gallants.
4 Yamahas.
3 Epiphones.
2 Gallaghers and a close carbon fiber guitar. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Don't mind the fiddle.
everybody.
She just went through the radio.
Oh, Jesus, boys.
Love you guys. Merry Christmas.